as we're looking at natural consequences and logical consequences, one of the things that I find most parents think is that we need to teach our children that these things are not acceptable. If you are running around and you knock over a bowl of popcorn and it spills everywhere, the thought is, as a parent, we need to make sure we don't spill popcorn. Popcorn is for eating, and like we want to teach this lesson. But what Montessori says is that this is a natural occurrence. Things spill, things drop, they will clean it up. They need our direction to point it out without judgment. And so when you're looking at enforcing, I guess, I don't think that's the right way to say it, but when you're looking at adding logical consequences into your parenting, you are a straight observer. So let's talk about your child is running, throws the popcorn on the floor, maybe intentional, maybe accidental. Instead of placing a value on the situation, like, oh no, you spilled popcorn on the floor. You have no judgment at all. You are just an observer. So a term that a lot of people might be familiar with is sports casting. So you are just talking. You're just saying what you see. So in this instance, the popcorn flies on the floor and you say, the popcorn fell on the floor. We need to pick it up. That is it. There is no, you need to be more careful because if you run, then you fall and you throw things and then the popcorn, and they don't need that much, especially a young child of 2 and 3. They do not need that much language. It's more than their brains can absorb and understand. So you are just there to be the play-by-play guy. You're just there to say, the popcorn's on the floor. It needs to be picked up. You can assign, you pick it up. Let's pick it up together. How do you want to pick it up? Do you want to sweep? Do you want to use your hands? But we are just saying what happened. There is no value and there is no lesson that needs to be taught besides we spilled this, we clean it up, the end. And in doing that, you also need to prepare your environment to make sure that you have the tools necessary for your child to do this. So if you want him to sweep it, get a broom and dustpan, something that is their size that they can access without you. Go and get it, bring it back, model for them how to sweep if they haven't done it yet, and show them where the garbage is. Make sure they have access to the garbage can, and you are with them through the whole thing. And maybe you have your own broom and dustpan and they have theirs, and together you clean up the mess and take care of it. There doesn't need to be any shame or blame. It's just something that happened. So you're probably thinking as I'm saying this, how do I do that? Because this might have been the 10th thing that spilled today and the thing that put you over the edge. And so you may freak out and you may yell and you may be like, you spilled again? I can't believe this. I've done it. I'm sure you've all done it. So our goal is to help manage our emotions before we get to that point by taking care of ourselves, building time in our day. If on the 8th time you can sense in yourself you're starting to get a little overwhelmed, step away, do what you can do to manage that before it boils over and the shame and blame comes out. And when you can't and you do lose your cool, it's about repair and assuring your child it's not about them, that you lost your calm, and apologize, acknowledge without saying, I'm mad because you spilled. I'm just frustrated today and I didn't do a good job of calming myself down. I need to calm myself down so I can be the best caregiver for you. And then you can go back and work on it together. It's not about perfection. We are living in this space with our children. We can model for them how to make mistakes. We can also allow them to make mistakes in a safe place and give them the chance to have logical consequences.